A new English lesson in Gaztelueta at home. This is the online lesson number 1 to 4th grade. My name is Don Antonio and I am your English teacher. In this lesson number 1, I'm going to teach you something new, which is the present perfect. It belongs to the unit 7 and we are going to review short questions. It's easy to get confused between the short questions and the tag questions, but at the end of this video you will not be confused, I guarantee. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can open your pupil's book between pages 124 and 125. Everything I'm going to say is there. We use the short questions to show interest or surprise. In Spanish would be así or no. The main difference is that these short questions, they don't belong to the same sentence like the tag questions. If you remember then, in our previous video, we taught them the tag questions and the main sentence are only divided by a small comma. They belong to the same sentence. Now we have two different sentences. How do we do the short questions? Well, it's quite easy actually. If the verb in the main sentence is positive, we use a positive verb. For example, my dad is a firefighter. Is he? Mi padre es bombero. ¿Así? If the verb in the main sentence is negative, we use a negative verb. Last night's game wasn't awesome, wasn't it? El partido de anoche no fue espectacular. Ah, no? We're showing surprise because maybe we think that last night's game was really awesome. When we use the verb to be or an auxiliary verb like going to, have done, or a modal verb, for example, can, could, will, we repeat these verbs to make the short questions. For example, Tom is a police officer. Is he? There was a fire in the park last night. I was there. I have lived here for 3 years. Have you? Emily can't repair your bike. Can she? My brothers will be at the airport when we arrive tomorrow. Will they? In all these questions, we are using the auxiliary verb to make the short question. It's really easy. With all other verbs in the present simple tense, we use do and does if it's the third person of the singular form, and don't or doesn't. For example, Maggie lives in this street. Does she? Maggie vive en esta calle. Ah, sí? Or I don't watch TV in the morning. Don't you? As you can see, with both sentences, we are showing admiration or surprise for what we have already heard. But pay attention and be careful, okay? Tag questions are not the same than short questions. Different people talking with short questions. That is the reason that we have two sentences, a sentence and an interrogative sentence, which is the question. And tag questions goes in the same sentence with a comma. Okay, so do not get confused. Let's practice. For example, I'm not going to read all these sentences. If you want, please just pause this video, do these sentences in your notebook, and in a few seconds you are going to check with me if you are right. Okay? Now I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Okay, let's see if you are right. I have played golf for 7 years. Have you? He jugado al golf durante 7 años, o llevo jugando al golf 7 años. ¿Así? Voldemort is the bad character in Harry Potter books. Is he? Messi scores more than 50 goals every season. Does he? This champion can lift up more than 300 pounds. Oh, can he? There was a hurricane last week in Jamaica. I was there. I will pass the maths test with the better mark. Will you? But now we're going to do something new, the present perfect. Okay? So, are you ready? The present perfect is used to talk about our experiences and to talk about things that have recently happened in a very close period of time, moment in time. How? It's really easy. The auxiliary verb that we always need to use is the verb to have. For example, if I want to say the sentence I, Don Antonio, go ir a Brasil. Yo ir a Brasil. I can use the present simple, I go to Brazil. I can use the past simple, I went to Brazil. But what if I want to say that I was in Brazil 1 week ago? Okay, it's a recent moment in time. So that is the reason I use present perfect. In the affirmative form, in my case, would be I have been to Brazil recently. Yo he ido a Brasil. Okay? With he, she, or it, we don't use have. Remember, okay? We change the word because it's the third person of the singular. Has. He has been to Brazil. Él ha ido a Brasil. We have been to Brazil. Nosotros hemos ido a Brasil. This is the structure in affirmative form. Okay? Let's see the negative. With the negative form, the only thing that we have to do is to add the word not. For example, in my case, I have not been to Brazil. No he ido a Brasil. If I am talking about you, for example, the students of year 4 as a group, I will say they have not been to Brazil. Okay? Ellos no han ido a Brasil. So in this table, in this slideshow, you can find all the ways to say if someone hasn't done anything. Going to Brazil, eating the last piece of pizza that you had yesterday for dinner. Okay? It's really easy actually. How to make questions? Well, we have to change words. We have to swap. The places have to be swapped. Okay? Because we are going to start with the verb to have. I don't say, I have been to Brazil. No. Okay? Have I ever been to Brazil? I put now this new word with green color, ever, because makes more sense to the sentence. In Spanish wouldn't be he ido a Brasil? Doesn't sound right. Sounds cooler if I ask, have I ever been to Brazil? ¿He ido alguna vez a Brasil? Well, the only thing that you have to know with this information is that you always put the verb to have before the subject, okay? Never after, always before, only in the questions, because this is the question form. For example, has she ever been to Brazil? ¿Ha ido ella alguna vez a Brasil? I believe that all these questions deserve an answer, a proper answer. This answer could be positive or could be negative. It's like a yes-no question, okay? But if you are asked in present perfect, you need to answer in present perfect as well. For positive answers, we use this short and simple information. Have you ever blah blah blah? If the answer is yes, you can say yes, I have. If the answer is no, you say no, I haven't. You know that I haven't is the same of I have not. Okay? With this information, you are ready to do the next activities. Put the verbs in the correct form in present perfect using the words in brackets. I'm going to give you 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Okay? Tick tock. Well, I hope you got most of the sentence right. Now it's time to check. I haven't worked today. Hoy no he trabajado. We have bought a new lamp today. Hoy hemos comprado una nueva lámpara. We haven't planned our holidays yet. Aún no hemos planificado nuestras vacaciones. My uncle has written 5 letters to his friends. Mi tío le ha escrito 5 cartas a sus amigos. School hasn't started yet, but he will do it soon. El colegio aún no ha empezado, pero lo hará pronto. Where have you been? I couldn't find you. ¿Dónde has estado? No he podido encontrarte. Okay, if you got 5 or 6 good, you are ready to practice more. Sometimes the students ask me frequently, actually, how to improve with the present perfect tense. It's easy. There are 2 things you must do. The first one is to learn very, very good the list of verbs, regular and irregular, okay? And the second thing is to practice. There is never enough practice. Don't forget that, okay? Good. I hope you enjoyed this video, this lesson, and the most important thing, I hope that you have already learned something new. But as you probably know, we are using aulagaztelueta.net to give you all the exercises that you must do for this week. You can find them there. If you want to do more exercises, you can do these activities, Activity 1 and Activity 2, at page 73, with short questions, and for the past participle, Activity 3 at page 85. If you want, you can use the list of verbs. And Don Antonio, what if I want or I need more? Okay, it's simple. If you want to practice more English, you can just Google short questions or past participle or present perfect exercises in your computer, and you will find out that there are thousands of websites full of online and digital activities. So I encourage you to do as many as you can. The grammar reference, pages 122, 24, and 125 in your pupil's book are good to do activities as well. And there is a resource that we have never used, is the Life Adventures website. If you follow this website, this URL, okay, that you can see here, and you introduce the code that you are going to find in the previous pages of your pupils or your activity book, you can, with a username and a password, you can access to a lot of activities. I haven't tried, but there is a good option. We are going to try it for these weeks. I wouldn't be saying goodbye without challenging you with 2 easy riddles in our next online classroom or lesson all together. I'm going to ask if someone knows the answer to these 2 riddles. The first one would be this one. A type of tree you can carry in your hand. A type of tree you can carry in your hand. The second one would be this one. I can fly, but I have no wings. I can cry, but I have no eyes. Wherever I go, darkness follows me. What am I? Okay, I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and as usually, thank you and see you in class. Bye bye.